Hey everybody, Frozen from Outdoor Adventures at the station hostel about 74 miles outside of Damascus. How's everybody doing tonight? First, let's make sure this microphone's working because this is the first time I'm kind of doing this. So let me know if you guys can hear me and then we'll move on from there. All right, good. So, this is a place, obviously, where you can talk about all things backpacking. We've kind of done this in the past, but I've been at home. This is my first live from the Appalachian Trail. And it's too loud. Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. Okay. Hey, Gary. Oh, it's definitely been awesome here. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be hard to do here. There's a lot of stuff flying by on the screen. So let me just give you guys a wrap up. So yeah, let's just do a wrap up of where I am because the videos are obviously delayed by. Hey, Ty's wife, how you doing, Debbie? Yeah. So anyway, I'm kind of a few beers into this, so I apologize. We did a 10-mile day into here. We're about mile 400. We're 395 point something. So yeah, we're doing good. I feel freaking great. This is the hiking part of this is easy. It's all a mental game. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to answer some questions here, and I might have to have my finger in the screen here. Let's see. Okay. The trail is treating me amazing. The people on the trail are just so magnificent. I have never met such awesome people in my entire life. It's really been an eye-opening experience. The social aspect on the trail is amazing, and I've met great people along the way. Not to mention just the places you see, the views, the time you have to think for yourself. It's just been just fantastic. Okay, the camera's over there. All right, so this is a little harder to do than at home where I actually have a mouse, but yeah. Keep kicking ass and knocking miles down. Yeah. I did my first 24 and a half mile day yesterday. It was perfectly fine. The Olympus shoes, I guess you haven't seen that yet. So I did end up getting Olympus shoes from Altra. They've been great. They've totally fixed everything. I'm shaving down some calluses on my feet from those horrible, horrible Lone Peak 4s. Contacted Altra and they sent me a little kind of like a refund sheet. And so what they'll do is they actually warranty them for 500 miles. So they ask at the end of this little questionnaire, and you send them pictures. They'll say, "Do you want the same pair of shoes?" And I'm like, "No, not at all. I want a different pair of shoes." So Altra's being great with it. They're really coming through, and I couldn't ask for better customer service. So I'm gonna get a free pair of Olympus 4s, which is great. We already talked about where I'm at. I'm at mile marker 395 at the Station Hostel outside of Hampton. I think I'm in Hampton. I finally got out of North Carolina. I'm officially out of North Carolina, so we have 12 states left. Apologize. This is very hard to do. Um, Trying to keep my hand out of the camera and scroll in this tiny, tiny text. Okay, have I gone stoveless? No, I have not gone stoveless. I enjoy my warm food, especially like right now. It's freezing rain. It's sleeting, and it's going to be 25 degrees tonight and tomorrow. So no, I don't think I'll ever go stoveless, but who knows? How can you send me a beer? Well, this hostel is actually pretty cool. There's a pour it forward thing. Um, I'm drinking White Zombie, by the way. And what it is you go on their website, right? And you basically, if you want to do trail magic but you can't get out to do the trail magic, you can actually buy a through hiker a beer. You don't know who you're buying it for, but whenever they buy it, whenever the hiker claims the beer, okay, so you spend money on the beer, through hiker comes in, claims the spot for the beer, and then they take a picture of the through hiker and they email it to you, so you can see who you're buying a beer for. I think that's the coolest thing. I can't wait to do it for people next year. It's been really, really neat. A couple subscribers actually came in. I'm not going to mention any names just for privacy reasons. And they bought me a couple beers. So that's great. And just random people. There's, oh, you're a thru hiker. Here to have a beer. So yeah, people have just been amazing. John Mack, how many miles do I walk a day? I'm working up to 20, 25 miles easily a day. Like I said, did a 24 and a half mile yesterday and felt great this morning. I had to slow it down just a little bit. I'm going to take this one out of my ear so I can actually hear me. I had to slow it down a little bit just because I sent myself a mail drop to Boots Off Hostel, which is in like a day and a half, and it's not going to be there till Saturday. So it's Thursday right now. I just got to slow it down a little bit. So, after this, the terrain kind of really just is really easy. We just went up to 6,100 feet yesterday, up to the Roan Highlands, which were amazing. You guys will see that in about a week and a half. And yeah, we're kind of done with the steep climbs for a while, at least for a while. So I'll definitely be able to do 20, 30 miles a day. 30. That sounds crazy to me, but yeah, it's fun. As far as trail name, I've just been going by Frozen. Everybody just kind of knows me out here as Frozen, which is great because that's kind of what I'm used to. Um, it's funny. There hasn't been many days where I haven't been recognized either by Forest Service people or volunteers or actual thru hikers. So it's kind of neat. No, I have not did the Mylar. I actually don't have one. I used to carry one though. How's the knee holding up? Knee's holding up great. I haven't worn a knee brace or a knee sleeve for quite a while. It might have been in the Smokies. So, yeah, been all right. I'm debating on sending it home, but just for uh, confidence reasons, I kind of just keep it in the clothing bag just to have it there. Um, Thanks, Nick. Appreciate that. Here's a good question. Scott, hey Frozen, did you ever find out what was leaking in your pack liner? Yes. So the Nyla flume bag I had holds air, right? But I was poking my finger down by the where they heat sealed it, where they kind of like where the seam is, and where they kind of welded it together. And there's a pinky sized hole in that thing. So what was happening was the arc hull was soaking up the water. It was pooling at the bottom, and then the down jacket, the quilts, they were just soaking up that water like a sponge. So I sent actually through that. No, I sent that bag home with my parents. I don't think it's really a big problem with the Nyloflume bags. I think I just got a defective one. You know, it's crazy. I mean, it was holding air. I thought it was okay, but there was definitely a pinky-sized hole in it. And it may have been for me. It may have been for me just shoving my quilts and other things down into the bag. But I switched to a trash compactor bag. I will keep the trash compactor bag for the remainder of the cold season until I swap out for 3-season gear, which will probably be around Pearisburg, Virginia. So yeah, be wary. Check your Nyloflume bags because there's some obviously maybe defective ones going around, and that was a problem. That was a big problem in the Smokies. Keeping everything dry was insane. Is it hard for an introvert with all the people? No, surprisingly, it's not. Renee, it's actually pretty easy for me to interact with people just because everyone is on your level. Okay, so everyone's a hiker out here. They all have that common goal, which is Katahdin, and everybody wants to see each other succeed. Now, there are some people out here they're a bit standoffish, so I just try to avoid those people. And I've been hanging out with some great people so far, which you guys will see coming up. Thank you for that super chat, I believe. Whoever sent that, I'll get to you in just a second. I don't want to lose my place in line because I'll never find it again. What's my least favorite thing about hiking the AT? Definitely having to figure out resupply options. I love the hiking aspect. I love the people, the social interaction. But when it comes time where I'm getting close to a town, you just start worrying about, okay, where am I going to go next? Where can I get food? I need a fuel canister, et cetera, et cetera. So that's like the worst part. Other than that, if you want to know more, I think the worst part about any day is reaching up for that hiking shirt or those hiking shorts and holding those things on in your hammock, when it's 25 degrees. It's just the most miserable thing. But after it's on, you kind of warm up to everything.
And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't care if you say CNN. I don't care what you say. You're not getting it. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know.
How long do you think it will take you to get on a basic hike after you finish this adventure?
You did? So you're happy.
Probably not long. I mean, this is just like several weekend trips strewn together. I mean, it's nothing different. You go for 4 or 5 days, or 3 or 4 days, and then you go get some food and you go back out again. You got to remember though, anybody that is really sore at the end of like a weekend trip, about 10 days in, you stop being sore. So I mean, your body starts. It's like, okay, I need to recover faster because this dude is just throwing me to the ringer. So your body starts recovering a lot faster. So it shouldn't take me long to get back hiking again. But the primary thing after this is getting a job, finding a place to sustain myself. I'm gonna do some trail magic for you and your trail family when you hit Duncannon. Okay, so Bradley, let me know. I've gotten such overwhelming support on my email about trail magic that is so far up the road. I've been actually searching the name of the nearest city that I'm in about 4 days back, and just seeing if anyone has mentioned the city name. It's really hard for me to keep track of it, and that's not. It's like first world problems here. It's not a bad issue to have that much trail magic. But yeah, hit me up when I get closer. Keep in mind the videos are delayed by a week and a half, so if you notice that I'm getting close to the area and I should be a week and a half out, shoot me a message and I'll let you know where I'm at. Oh, cool. Trail Trekker. Good luck. Good luck. Favorite view so far? To be honest, it had to have been Klingman's Dome, which you guys just saw yesterday, I believe. I have heard stories about people getting no views up there, right? Never got a view, and if they did get a view, there's like billions and billions of people. So, the fact that I got a 360 of that place was just really cool, and it's a rarity in the hiking town. So.
Hey, I called that bathroom. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
How you doing, brother?
Hikers are crazy. Let's see, what advice do you have after doing part of the AT for those who want to start? So you're going to have these crazy up and downs of emotions. One day you're going to be super happy. One day you're just not going to have any fun at all. But you got to remember that the next day, if you can get through it, it's going to be good. Maybe 1 or 2 days, the rain's going to go away. The sun's going to come up, and you're going to be fine. If you really like hiking, you will finish this trail. It's not, I'm not going to say it's not physically demanding because it's one of the hardest trails I've ever done in my life. But you need to, like, say it's raining. That's a story. That's a story right there. Say you're so uncomfortable that you're shivering while you're hiking and it's hard to get to the next shelter, which I've been there multiple times this trip. It's like, wow, I can't put my sleeping clothes on because I need them dry. So if you can just get past that aspect, then you're gonna do it.
Give a little peace and love.
That's fine. That's cool. Let's see. Keep growing out the beard, dude. Living in New York. It's a trauma. Appreciate it. How do I edit my videos? I edit my videos right on my phone using an app called KindMaster. So I'm not going to go too far into it, but if you'd like to know more details, check out my electronics video.
My mom was a doctor for years. She told me that she was a...
So the Charlie's Bunyan video, there was about 100 people around me, so I really couldn't get that much footage of it. But Charlie's Bunny was definitely pretty cool. Wildlife. Yeah, I've seen 4 deer and a butterfly so far. That's been about it. It's been pretty low key. Nothing's out yet. I think I saw a chipmunk too, and a mouse ate my underquilt, which you guys are gonna see in I think 2 videos from now. So. Hi from Australia. Hello, hello, and you're welcome. What's my favorite meal on the trail so far? Oh man, on the trail? On the trail sucks. But when you get into town in Hot Springs, at the Smoky Mountain Diner, there is a 20-ounce burger and fries. And you guys are gonna see that video. I don't know if it's tomorrow or the following 2 days after that. But it's a 20-ounce burger, fries, and a Coke. And if you finish it, you get some apple cobbler or peach cobbler or whatever it is. So I couldn't even finish the ice cream. Yeah, introvertness is pretty fine. No, I use the Olympus 3s right now. Actually, here, stinky hiker feet. But you can see the amount of cushion. The amount of cushion on these shoes is insane, and they feel exactly like they look. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Ultra will be sending me Olympus 4s though. I do my editing on KineMaster. So the Lone Peak 4s, they suck. I'm sorry, they're the worst shoe I've ever had on in my entire life. They might be good for some people that don't like a lot of cushion, but for me, I need that heel cushion because of my plantar fasciitis, and it just came out full force. The pain really set in at about 8 miles, and it was just terrible after that. The days were dragging, and I was relying too much on ibuprofen to get me to the next campsite, which wasn't good. I won't be attending trail days because I'll be way past that. How is the Light AF pack holding up? So I swapped it out the day before I left for Georgia for the Z-Packs Arc Haul because I was about 28 pounds, I think, with food and water, and that's too heavy for a frameless pack in my opinion. So I'm going to be getting that Light AF Curve pack very soon here, maybe in Pearisburg, Virginia, or if not, April 19th. So a few more weeks, 300 more miles roughly. Yeah, we're in Roan Mountains, Tennessee, somewhere around there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in Hampton yet. I think Hampton's a day and a half from now. Hey, Fred from Columbus. So how do I plan this around work? So I quit my job, and I quit the job. That's about it. That's what you got to do. You have to make sacrifices. The CEO from work came to me about, I'd say, 2 months before I left, and says, "Hey, if you get done, early to mid-July, we'll re-interview you for your job. I'm not saying that you're going to get the position, but we'll re-interview, and you're obviously the most qualified." So that's kind of pushing me a little bit to get back on, stable grounds. How did I get my hoodie? I got my hoodie by contacting someone that lives in Leadville, Colorado via a Facebook group, and they were nice enough to send it. Now, this hoodie, after being washed so many times, it's getting kind of not as soft, so I'm hopefully going to find another person to do that for me. I want to get like 3 hoodies, just to have them in stock, because honestly, this is my favorite piece of gear on the trail. It's so versatile. It's great in town. I use it when I'm sleeping, and I also use it when I'm hiking. Hammock is working out really, really, really well. The 4-day stretch through the Smokies was some of the worst night's sleep I've ever got, in combination with just not being able to sleep on the ground. But we also have snoring people, which, oh my God, I'm battling that at every hostel, but it's all right. You look thinner already. Yeah, I lost 9 pounds so far. We just weighed myself. I get breakfast tomorrow morning at the Mountain Harbor Hostel. They actually have food here. I was at the Mountain Harbor Hostel earlier today, thinking about staying there, but there's no real food there. There's not a craft. This place has craft beer. This place is the bomb. Like it's awesome. I'm glad I made the decision to come up about the mile, 1.2 miles up here, and stay here instead. Showers are new. Everything's new here. This is the station is definitely a place to check out if you're going to be a thru hiker. Like seriously, come to this place. It's amazing. This is the best hostel I've had so far. Are you doing the late AF pack yet? Not yet. Not yet. Soon. Why did I start your hike so early? At this rate, you'll be done by June. I'll be done around July. Actually, this isn't early. It's 7 days early from when the majority of the hikers start. Usually, all the hikers start on March 1st. In fact, there were 85 or 95 people that started on March 1st this year. Another popular date is April 1st. However, if you start on April 1st, you're going through July and August, and that means chafing, mosquitoes, sweat, just heat, just miserable heat. So if you can stick it out for 4 weeks of cold weather, you're in the 50 60 degree range for quite a while going through spring, and that's the time that I love to backpack the most. So yeah, it's not early by any means. This is actually a very normal time. I even met a guy that started on January 1st. He was hiker register number 3, and I met him at Standing Bear Farm, which you'll see in the next video. Get flooded with beers. I would be okay with that. No, I'm not going to Gatlinburg. That was in the Smokies. I'm well past that. And there's honestly, if you can hike 15 to 20 miles a day, just carry 4 days of food to the Smokies, or 5 days of food to the Smokies. There's no real reason to stop in Gatlinburg unless you want to screw up your hike or if there's really bad weather. Hey, Frozen. Shenandoah had snow today. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Frozen, are you glad you're hiking in 2019 and not on the trail with the IB Tat nut job from last year? See, I really liked IB Tat because he was one of those people that kept it real, and you could tell he really enjoyed the trail. You may not agree with him, cursing up a storm, but, people swear in real life. I thought he was one of the coolest people I've ever watched on YouTube, and he still remains one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So, he's not for everyone, though. I'll be honest, he's not for everyone. Cheers, Jonathan. Hey, Dwayne. What's up, man? Hey, what's up? Watching between sets at the gym. You're looking good, man. Enjoying all the videos and keeping up with you on Instagram. By the way, for those who don't know, Instagram is Frozen's Outdoor Adventures. Thanks, man. Thanks, Dwayne. Appreciate it. Dwayne actually, he was the dude that cooked us all that great trail magic on day 1. Oh, man, that was so good. Come on, focus. Focus on this. Focus. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Look up, I don't know the website, but look up the station on 19 East. That is the hostel's name. It's either going to be a website or a Facebook group or a call-in or something like that. And it's called Pour It Forward. Instead of Pay It Forward, it's Pour It Forward. What's in those sleep gummies? Apparently there's marijuana in the sleep gummies, but no, it's just simple melatonin, and they kind of put you right to sleep. Yeah, you're allowed to have, Alice, you're allowed to have campfires wherever you want, basically, especially near the shelters. There's always a fire ring. I kind of chose not to have them just because when you get to camp, you're so tired anyway. I mean, it's just tiring. Yeah, I'm growing the beard and the hair the whole way. It's actually coming in pretty good. I shaved it pretty low when I first started. Nah, Adventures with Dan, I've just been using Frozen. Nobody's really given me a trail name yet. Pro wrestler goatee, yeah. Yeah, this part doesn't come in for like 4 more weeks. But then it'll just start to get hairy. The hostel is called The Station. No bears, no hogs. Drinks are on you when you get to Maryland, Delaware. Awesome. Hey Kay, what's up, man? Thanks, appreciate it, dude. Have you had any moments where you've considered quitting? No, not at all. I've had moments where I started kind of drifting off and thinking about how, man, it would be so nice to be in my warm bed with no people snoring next to me in my ear, and thinking about my family and my future soon-to-be niece and all that stuff. But there has not been one point at all where I've ever even remotely considered quitting this trail. It's too beautiful. It's too much fun. It's the most amazing experience I've ever did in my entire life. I'm so glad I did this. So no, never even thought about quitting. How long does it take you to do 24 and a half miles? Okay, so I started yesterday at 8:30 and got into camp at 5:30 and took an hour-long lunch break. So, not too bad. I have not been watching anybody except for Artemis. I know Ivy Ted has a few videos out there that, he was, I forget where the heck he was. It was like a three-parter. I gotta watch him at some point soon here. Hey Diane, SHT hiker here. Good, that trail was awesome. Jonathan Bender, I am 35 years old, gonna be 36 in May. Excuse me. Where are you switching the light AF pack, and what will your base weight be when you switch? So, in this video, you should be able to see in the content, or the video description, whatever it's called, there's a lighter pack link. Okay, I keep that lighter pack updated every time I switch out a piece of gear. I think the only thing that's not on there right now is the trash compactor bag, because I have no idea what a trash compactor bag weighs, so I just kept the Nyla Flume bag in there. But when I switch, I will probably be at 9.8 pounds base weight, and that's with all the camera gear and this like ridiculous oversized brick that I'm using to power the station right now. Did you get the Olympus 3s? Yes, I did. They're holding up great. I went up a half a size. You'll actually see the video about this in a couple days, if not tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, I think it's 3 days from now, because that's when I met my parents. How's the Darien holding up? Darien's holding up great. It's a great night's sleep. It really is. Everything's good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, go ahead. You want to come on? That's one of the hostel staff. The dance pants. They are actually working out really well. I'm surprised how much I've used them. They're even have replaced my base layer whenever I sleep in my hammock. They literally add 15 degrees of warmth. They're called body wrapper pants. You can find them on Amazon. And what I did with them was I just did a tech wash on them and ran them through a DWR wash after that. So they're semi-water resistant. Okay, they're not waterproof by any means, but they're water resistant. So I can use them in light rain, but anything harder than that, they're going to soak through very fast. But man, get them. Body wrapper pants on Amazon. They're awesome. Lone Peak 4s, they just didn't have any foot cushion or heel cushion. I don't know why. The Lone Peak 3.5s were perfectly fine. Could do 28 miles in those, no problem. But yeah, I couldn't even do 8 in the Lone Peak 4s, so I don't recommend them. Yep, I'm going to keep the hiker beard the whole way. And it's past the itchy, annoying stage, so... how's the trail? And Jason, of course you recognize your cool, famous backpacking dude. Happy trails. Thanks, Clara. How's the trail and store damage? The Shenandoah National Park is in bad shape. So the Smokies were actually terrible as far as trail maintenance goes, but I think that's just because the main bubble hasn't hit, so maybe they're not out there yet. And there's just constant wind there right now. There was 60-mile-an-hour winds when we were up there. We stayed at a shelter real early in the day. We actually quit before our intended campsite just to get out of the wind. But yeah, the Smokies are screwed up, at least when I went through them. Hopefully they've done a little work. How was the beauty spot when you guys went over? Beauty spot was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite little places to go, and I had dry ramen up there. That's where I took that picture. But yes, be switching over to light AF pack sometime in Parisburg, Virginia. Thanks, Oreo Omega. Appreciate that. Thanks, Kristen. Okay, here's a good question. Has it been difficult to continue vlogging on the trail? So the filming aspect is fine. The editing aspect is fine. What I try to do is I try to film during the day, obviously. And then whenever I kind of settle down for the night, I like to be in my hammock around 7:30. I take the next 20, 30 minutes or so and edit that portion of the day so I don't get behind in anything. At that point, if I'm up to 2 days in that one video, then I'll export it, which consumes a ton of battery. It's actually really crazy. It's probably like 20, 25% battery. And the screen has to stay on the entire time for that. The problem with vlogging is that you have to schedule your hostel stays, town stops, restaurant stops, town visits, whatever you want to call it, based on your battery. So it kind of sucks because I could push a whole lot faster, but I have to charge the batteries to keep you guys in the loop with the videos. So yeah, it's not affecting me too much, but it is causing me to hike a little differently. France says hi. Thanks, Oliver. What shoes am I in? I'm in the Ultra Olympus 3s, and they're great. I've had my trail legs since Hot Springs, I feel like. Am I meeting up with PB Dominator? I don't know. Okay. No, I won't be. I won't be changing these shoes out anytime soon. They've only got a good 150 miles on them, I think. So, I don't know. However many Hot Springs was away. Will my girlfriend be joining me on the trail for even a day hike? Possibly. We have to figure that out. It's hard to coordinate stuff, so. What gear would you take with you in hindsight for the low temperatures? Honestly, I have been absolutely perfect in my gear choices so far. The only thing that's kind of annoying is the past couple days, minus one day, my water bottles have been frozen. Now, they warm up during the day, or I'm in a hostel to warm them up. But still, I don't think I'd bring a Nalgene. I really don't. I think maybe what I would do if I wasn't so lazy, I would heat up some, not boiling water, but semi-hot water and put it in my smart water bottles if I was going to do anything differently. But it's really not, it's really not. Everything's been fine with my gear. Thank you, Christopher, for the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Am I planning on finishing the trail in under 100 days? No, not a chance. I want to, much respect for the people that do it that fast, but I'm on vacation. I want to enjoy this. Actually, there is a yo-yo going on right now. I forget his name. Not Tarzan, somebody else. He's going up to Katahdin, and then he's going back down to Springer. So that's pretty cool. He's doing about 30-mile days. No, there are still patches of ice. I don't know if I'm going to see anything else after tomorrow. The last patch of ice I saw was on the Rhone Highlands. But yeah, we'll see. Rain jacket is keeping me dry. Yes, it's a helium 2, but sometimes you're pushing really hard up those hills. You're sweating, and there's a thing with rain jackets. A lot of people I don't think understand. The rain jackets can take a certain pressure. So if you think about turning on a hose on some fabric, some material, depending on how high the hose is turned up, the the material is only waterproof to a certain psi, if that makes any sense. Um, and Z-Packs, if you go on Z-Packs website, they have a great example of this on their Vertice. They actually tell you the psi or whatever, pressure per minute, the ppms or whatever it is. And so once that pressure hits a certain number, it will start to go through the fabric. It just can't shed the water fast enough, so it starts soaking it up. And that's where the saturation, I think, is coming from. At least from what I'm reading, that's the way those fabrics work. Now, it's different with DWR, but it's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this. This is just from what I'm reading.
I like letting Bill work.
Wild animals, just a deer and a couple butterflies. I haven't seen any squatters in the Smokies. I saw some stuff after Hot Springs. There was a homeless person living in one of the shelters, but that was about it. But when do I find time to edit the videos? So in between, like I said, I try to get in my hammock around 7:30. So in between that and 9 o'clock, that's when I try to edit. Where did I sleep between Neil's Gap and Hog Pen Gap? I slept about 4 miles after Neil Gap into the stealth site. There's pretty good stealth sites along the way, but I don't remember exactly. Hey Jason, what's going on, man? Yeah, the people hiking the trail pre-internet, pre-cell phone days, man, they were some badasses. Hey Ian, what's going on, man? What's the biggest gear fail and biggest gear success you've had? I mean, success, everything's working out well. It really is. I guess the biggest gear success was when I switched shoes, but the biggest gear failure was something small like a pack liner just leaking. You know what I mean? There's really no way to find it unless you would submerge that in water, and I didn't do my due diligence. Like I said, it might have been even my fault. I don't know. But yeah, one tiny pinky-sized hole can really make a miserable night in the Smokies. You have to be careful. So, hey K-Matt, thanks so much. Appreciate the super chat. Gary is planning on joining me for a small section. We're right now tentatively planning the Virginia Triple Crown, the Tinker Cliffs, Dragon's Tooth, McAfee Knob section. But everything is up in the air. He'd even said he'd come down for just a parking lot to parking lot thing. Hey Frozen, were you able to dig a proper cat hole, or have you just gone immediately without a moment's notice? So most of I've only had to dig 2 cat holes so far. All the other shelters I've stayed at had privies. This stretch that I'm in was the first 2 times that I've had to dig a cat hole, and the dirt here, for whatever reason, at least the places that I've had to dig, it just goes. The shovel just goes right in. The trowel just goes right into the dirt. So I really haven't had any problems with that. Still carry a trowel though, because it's very overcrowded on the AT. Not now, but during the bubble. I'm at mile 395 at the station hostel. So Fresh Grounds was here yesterday morning, and I missed them. So maybe we'll hike a little faster and we'll get in this bubble again. You know what? I've been trying to listen to audiobooks, but with the filming the miles per day. I've just been honestly just too tired to do anything. I just go to bed.
That's a cool setup you got.
Thank you. Have you thought about going full time with your channel, if even possible? You know, that's something that I would absolutely love to do. I'm not going to be one of those people to live out of a van, so I don't think it's ever going to happen. But I can tell you right now that this isn't going to be my last through hike. So I want to do more long trails because this is the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. Seriously. All right, so we're gonna go for another 20 minutes. I'm gonna cut it off because I have a lot of stuff to do and I want to eat a lot of food. My son is starting April 13th. What would I have done differently? I would have stayed at the shelters earlier on and met some of the people that I'm hiking with now earlier. I've been hiking around the same people for quite a while and they're just so amazing that I wish I would have known them at the start of their hike as well. I think me being a little introverted caused me to start stealthing early, and then when I got into the actual shelter areas, I think I just started meeting people. Angela, my son is starting April 13th. That's awesome. I hope he has a great time. I've been listening to music. I've been doing some Spotify when the battery power allows. Sometimes I have to kind of save battery. I need to stretch the battery for 6 days or 8 days or whatever I can. So right now I'm going to be in a stretch where I need to go 5 days.
Well, if you're going to be here in the morning, you can do
How are the trail legs adapting? They're great. They're really great. Would you ever consider living with the Crawford family after the AT and join our cult? Nah, I'm alright. That's too many kids. Have you been watching your weight gain and loss? Yeah, I lost 9 pounds so far. But I did. Let's see, 35. I gained 15 pounds at the start of this to just kind of make up for it. Before I hit the trail, I gained 15 pounds. So we're doing all right. We're still doing all right. Oh yeah, I saw LeConte from Klingman's Dome, and it looked pretty cool. Where am I going to be next week, midweek? I'm going to be all over in your area while on spring break, drive and pick up all the rooftop tents, tons of trail magic. Honestly, I have no freaking clue. I'm assuming I'm going to be, what is today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? I'm probably going to be in Damascus on Monday, and honestly, I have no idea where I'm going to be after that. A few miles past Damascus, I guess. KK doing 30 miles a day right now. Diapers, a godsend. Is hit or miss. I've been able with no views whatsoever. Do I have a lot of comments? Oh crap, I have a lot of comments. Okay. Speed round. Anything you wish you brought, you wish you didn't bring? No. Everything I have is what I've been using. Even the waterproof socks I've been using. So. Am I still hiking with Ty? No, he got off to see his granddaughter not his granddaughter. My God, he's not that old. His daughter graduate. He's gonna kill me if he sees this. His wife might kill me. Granddaughter. Oh my God. No, but he's gonna be back on the trail soon, if not already. He texted me this morning. He's a great dude. My God, is he? I hope he catches up to me. I really do. Why not put a cheap poncho over it? I don't know. I guess I could. Oh, Craig, shout out. Downloading KindMaster now. Make sure you pay the $5 a month or whatever it is to get that watermark removed, because I laugh at the people that don't pay. Actually, I think it's $2 or something to get the watermark removed. Another great option is Power Director if you don't need all the features in KindMaster. I definitely prefer trail runners over boots. I can't hike in boots. I don't know how anyone hikes in boots. Thanks, Diane. Appreciate the super chat. Would you ever consider wearing diapers in order to save time? No, absolutely not. What kind of question is that? Knees are holding up fine. Been following you. Mentioned the bear charged you a couple of videos, but did not elaborate. I'm dying now. So if you watch, I have 2 Smokies videos. It's the 4-day trip. Go back on my channel, look for Great Smoky Mountains, 4 days, something or other. It's like 70 miles or something. On day 2 is when I get charged by a black bear. What is this with the Gary-sized squirrels? What are you guys talking about? Probably 100 squirrel-sized Garys, to be honest with you, because then I could just kick them at that point.
Well, sometimes it's 9, 7. And it goes all the way to 1:30.
Oh, so you're at Standing Bear? That's awesome. That was one of the greatest hostels I stayed in, except for the snoring people, but Standing Bear is definitely a place to check out after the Smokies. Oh, that beer is so good. Dude, it's me. What's up, brother? I am not a database admin or a stack developer. I am a systems admin. No, I keep track of Artemis. She's actually in the, I think she just got out of the Smokies. Did the snoring and farting in the shelters bother you? The farting was fine. But yeah, the snoring, holy crap. Like, you never experienced snoring until you've been a thru hiker. Like, seriously. Oh, you met Eli.
That's me.
Yeah, Eli's a cool dude. I haven't seen him in a couple days, though. Well, a couple weeks, actually. Wow, time's flying. Yeah, I met Eli at Neil's Gap, and I don't know what happened to him. We had a rainy night together at a shelter coming out of top of Georgia, I believe, and I haven't seen him since. Hoodie is Melanzana microgrid hoodie, but you can't get it. You have to go to Leadville to get it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You are the happiest hiker on the AT. I highly doubt that. Are you really always happy hiking, or are you in any bad moods? When I'm hiking, I'm in a great mood. So when is the AT book coming out? I don't think I'll make a book. Scar and Tuck say hi. Hi. Stop sipping the beer and drink it. All right, ready?
And then you figure out why they can sing so good, because they're so fucking pretty.
There's that better. I'll chew my beard. Love watching your hike. May 7th, August, love the heat. Why don't more people go south from Maine to Georgia? Because Springer Mountain's boring. I don't know. Katahdin is much more awesome. Besides, Noble all the way. What's the temps where you are at? Right now, it is 31 degrees, going down to 25 tonight. I watched Liz Kidder last year. She was pretty cool. Hey, Dozer. What's up, man? Dozer was awesome. He offered to slack pack me, but I won't slack pack. Togs has not caught up with me. Last I heard, she was at Clyde Gap, or Clyde Hostel, or something like that. Clyde Shelter? I don't know. But hey, Dozer, I appreciate you driving her around. That means a lot to her. I hiked the SHT last year because I watched your videos on it. Yeah, SHT was amazing. The more you drink, the more out of focus your camera gets. Alright, that was a good comment. That's awesome. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Watch while deployed. Keep the videos. Thanks. Appreciate your service out there. Appreciate it. What beer are you drinking? It's called White Zombie. It's a Belgian, I guess. I don't know. Found website. Pouring it forward as we speak. You're drinking that beer very slow. Yeah, sorry. Our call is fine. You know what I noticed though? They did the hip belt wrong. I'll elaborate more on this after the trail whenever I do my videos. But yeah, the hip belts kind of drive me nuts. And I just found it after, how many miles are on that thing? 600 miles, 700 miles maybe. Cell phone reception has been fine. Yeah, Ivy Art Lobe Trail, that's right. Alright, so guys, we're gonna do 10 more minutes of this, and I gotta get back to doing hiker things.
There you go. Life's been good. Like,
I have not seen Second Chance Hiker. Any stretching exercises for the IT band? So surprisingly, the IT band has not bothered me one bit, and I really contribute that to the pre-workout stuff I did. If you check out my training, how I'm training for the AT video, or whatever it's called, workouts or something like that, all the stuff I mentioned in there has helped me immensely, and I don't have any issues. It's one of the surprises on the trail, so we'll see. Oh, cool. I will watch the Darwin AZT video. Shoes are great. Hey, Uptro, what's going on, man? John Nutter, thank you so much for the super chat. Keep it going. Looking to do my first backpacking trip this year in large amount due to your videos and getting me excited and prepared. That's awesome, man. I am trying to find the questions, so I'm sorry if I miss you. I'm just going to try to... We got 9 minutes, so I just want to answer everybody, but... It's definitely not flat. It isn't flat. Oh, that makes sense. The government shutdown in the Smokies. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, there was a lot of dangerous blowdowns, because what you had to do, there was a huge tree down, right? You had to walk up this path right here, and then the mud and the ice was just insane in the Smokies. So, like, I fell really hard and landed on my glute. You'll see that, and you won't see it, but I talk about it in the next video, which comes out tomorrow. What time is it there now? It is 6:36. If you would... What? If you have to, would you cut your arm off like that guy in 127 hours? No. I would just wait to be rescued. Especially on the AT, there's somebody who's going to pass you. Honestly, I'd rather have it snow than rain, especially the way it's been going. It's been raining at 38 degrees, and then it's been freezing overnight, so your shoes are just blocks of ice. Has it hit me yet that I have 4.5 months with no office work, or are you still in the bubble? I don't know. Where's Jay Hiker? I still don't know where Jay Hiker is. Oh, thanks, Hirosh. Hopefully I said your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Thanks for sharing your hike. That's a huge super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. I'm going to use that to buy a burger tonight. Thank you. Best meal so far, either on or off the trail. It's got to be that 20-ounce burger at Hot Springs, but they have a two-thirds pounder burger here that's really good with fries. Yeah, I will be switching the Light AF pack and the fanny pack once it gets warmer. Definitely. Thanks, Scott Moeller. Appreciate the super chat. So here's the thing with storing your bottles upside down. When they're smart water bottles with the sports cap, don't do that. The sports cap actually freezes first, if you can believe that, because it's a tiny area. So that is the first thing to freeze. So that's what I kind of did. Come on. There you go. I don't know why it keeps getting blurry. Hold on a second. So yeah, don't turn your smart water bottles upside down overnight at least. In your backpack, it might be fine because the water's sloshing around, but the caps will freeze almost immediately. Just FYI. Who do you think will win in a beard growth? Me or Gary? Honestly, Gary's beard was pretty on fleek. I hate that term, but I used it anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Where are we? Okay. Favorite part so far? Roan Highlands were definitely pretty cool yesterday, and we saw the end of it today, but yeah. I don't know, every section has been my favorite part. Just when I get to it, I just can't believe I'm there. What food am I most tired of on the trail? Peanut M&Ms. I cannot stand peanut M&Ms. I can't look at peanut M&Ms. I can't stomach peanut M&Ms. They're just the most disgusting thing in the world, and I used to I used to eat them all the time. I won't ever eat peanut M&Ms ever again. My God. Shout out to Music Prod. Do you have an average mile you want to achieve each day? I'd like to be 17 miles average a day, including zeros. I'm using the Gut Hook app, yes, and I've had a lot of 4G LTE coverage on the trail, especially at the tops of mountains. Now, usually I'm on Google Fi cell phone service, but I switched to Verizon Unlimited just for this hike to kind of share with everybody, and it's definitely been good calling in. Solomon shoes, yes, I've tried. They're the narrowest shoe I've ever used in my entire life, and I don't like them or recommend them. But a lot of people have good luck with them, so I prefer Outros. There is no best when it comes to hiking gear. It's whatever works for you, so I'm not gonna tell you what equipment. I mean, I prefer, what I'm using. Check my lighter pack, but there's no best. It's everybody's different. Appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat, Sarah Swan. So great following your AT journey. Thanks.
I mean, all I've heard is the coolest life. Oh God, what the hell?
Oh man. Anchor headphones are working out. Anchor headphones are working out great. They're water resistant. Once this inside here gets wet, they actually take a while to dry out, but other than that, they're really good. I've not had breakfast from the hammock yet. I've always just packed it up. No, I've never slept with one eye open in shelters in case there was a murderer. They're not like that out here at all. That's a big stereotype. Feet are great. Feet are perfect. Really good. I've seen only one umbrella user, and he said he wanted to send it back because he never uses it. You are welcome, KNIB40. You will see after I get my shoes in the videos that I do hit the 17 to 25 comfort miles. Like I said, we did 24 and a half yesterday. Now I do have to slow down because one of my mail drops is going to be late, but yeah, after Damascus, it's going to be a joke. I have not seen baskets. Scott Foster, I'm not answering that question. That's a good question, but I'm not going to answer it. Let's see. Could you please elaborate on what shoes you would start out with and what size would you go up from your normal? So I would stay with my normal size shoe, but I would go with the Ultra Olympus. I have raised up a half a size just because, my feet have swelled. World fame. Wow, Amsterdam? Really? That's crazy. You know what? I'm not sure where the White Zombie Brewery is. Well, okay, so this is a good question. Kyle Joyner. It was odd that I had so much gear, clothing failure. So I wanted to mention this, and I'm going to talk about this in depth, so this might be the whole video. So a lot of people were talking about the Z-Pac's rain skirt failing. So that was completely my fault. Just wanted to reiterate that. So what I do with that thing is not only do I use it to kind of shield myself from rain and it getting my pants wet, I also use it under my hammock to put my backpack on. Now, under my hammock, sometimes there's rocks and sticks and roots and a whole bunch of things that abrase the living crap out of that Cuban fiber material. So when I went to hot springs, I actually ran that under water in the restroom, in the shower, and it was leaking through. So there was some kind of abrasion down to the threads. So inside Cuban, all Cuban is, it's threads, and then they laminate both sides. So it's really a simple design. It's just really tough, right? But once that lamination rubs off or abrases off, kind of like you can take sandpaper and kind of scratch it off, all that's left is just the strands, and that strands aren't waterproof, so the water can go right through the strands, and if you don't see those spots, you will get wet, and that's exactly what happened. So I had some extreme abrasion, and what I should have done was I should have replaced that before the thru hike, because the new one has been working out great. So Cuban fiber is pretty much waterproof, but if it gets abrased, it's water resistant. So keep that in mind. I wanted to just touch on that because that was a comment that I couldn't get to. All right, guys, I am so sorry that I can't get through these comments. Thank you, Scott. Go Pens, $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you, Fred, $10 super chat. Appreciate it. And thank you, Craig, $15 super chat. Wow, you guys are awesome. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. You guys are freaking amazing. Alicia, thank you, $9.99. God, this is $5 from the bot. I didn't see any of these. Thank you guys. You guys are just making this hike so much more comfortable for me. I'm gonna try to do this again in a few weeks because obviously you guys are wanting to ask questions. So when I can, I will try to post this a little earlier for everybody. We have 418 people in the chat right now. We've been going for an hour. And just thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot. Keep following the videos. Keep commenting on the videos. You guys are really that X factor in my motivation. So thank you, everybody. And find time and go on your own adventure. I'll see you on the trail.